Hey everyone, I'm here in a 2018 Subaru Outback 2.5i Touring, and today I just want to go over the things that are wrong with this vehicle and just try to describe, everything that's been going on with it. And today I just want to kind of start out with kind of the newest stuff that I found over the last 49,560 miles. Kind of what we'll start off with today is this rear view mirror. It's a little bit wobbly, not really like super steady. It's probably just worn out from being used quite a bit by the previous owner. Because I've had this vehicle with my wife for about 10,000 miles now, and this thing has always been super wobbly. So the mirror is not a huge deal, definitely some wear and tear. And today we're just going to be going over stuff that's more than just cosmetic, because there's obviously a few discolorations on, a few things that are wear items, like the seats, the door panels, the headliner, things like that. Steering wheel's held up extremely well. The seats have held up extremely well. Engine's still pretty smooth for a 2.5 liter boxer 4-cylinder engine. It's actually very, very smooth for what it is. As most of people know, it has kind of a characteristic sound that sounds a little bit rough at low RPM, and then once you get up to like 5,000 RPM, it has this little bit of a rough sound as well. But this runs extremely well. We give it oil changes on full synthetic oil every 6,000 miles, which is the Subaru recommended interval. We've done continuous updates on this infotainment system. I've done about 3 or 4 updates over the last year with the latest software, latest map information for the navigation system. So it continues to run extremely well. A few times it freezes with the cord plugged in, but you just unplug it, plug your phone back in, issue is solved. So that's good. Another thing I've noticed about this car is that the memory seats do not coordinate with the mirrors. It only is a memory seat because it's a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. It's a power seat, power mirrors, but the mirrors are not linked to the memory function that's here on the door panel. So that's kind of tough between my wife and I when we want to change our driving position at the mirror position, because she's about a foot shorter than I am, about 10 inches shorter than I am. So we usually have to kind of find like a middle ground, or I have to adjust the mirrors quite often because she drives this car more often than I do. So that's a little bit of a shame. The transmission, as I discussed in one of my previous videos, has broke in the past, unfortunately. It made a grinding noise whenever you accelerated, so that's kind of a shame, unfortunately. But it was covered under the certified pre-owned powertrain warranty that Subaru offers. So that's actually great that it was fixed already. That would have been a $6,000 out-of-pocket repair, more like $8,000 with labor. So actually, that saved a lot of money by getting that replaced. There were no drivability issues with the transmission when it broke. It was just the sound, and when they drained the fluid to check on how it was doing before they replaced it, it was just black, sooty fluid that was in the transmission. So it was obviously that something was very wrong with it. So I'm really glad that Subaru replaced that under warranty, because that would have been a huge bill to have to foot out of, do out of pocket after 40,000 miles of driving. And then I also noticed with the power window, all on the Touring, we have automatic up and down windows for all 4 windows, front driver, passenger, and then the rear driver side and passenger side as well. All the windows work just fine. When I did a battery test one time, I had to reset the memory function on all 4 windows, which involved holding up the power switch on every single door for 5 seconds each to reset it, so the master switch on the driver's side would recognize that we needed auto up and auto down functionality. But I noticed on the passenger side that when I roll the window down, it will do automatic down just fine. When I do automatic up, if it's more than halfway down the window level, it will not do automatic up unless I hold the lever. And I've I've done the reset procedure that I've covered on my Chrysler 300 in a previous video about 2 years ago. But unfortunately, this one is not working in that way. And it's kind of a spotty issue that doesn't happen all the time. It seems to be either temperature dependent or something to do with the friction in the window seal, because it doesn't always have an issue. So it's just something that I'm going to keep an eye on. And then also the rear brake pads on this car are down to 3 millimeters of depth. 2 millimeters is the lowest recommended depth for the brake pads thickness, because it comes at, I believe, 10 millimeters is the nominal thickness, the max thickness. 2 millimeters is the minimum to not, risk your safety or anything like that. So they're at 3 millimeters as of 5,000 miles ago at the last oil change. In about 1,000 miles, I'm gonna get the next oil change done, as well as a brake pad replacement. We'd probably do that from a private mechanic, mom and pop shop that'll do just as fine of a job and turn the rotors instead of having to replace the rotors. If I have to replace the rotors, that would cost me around $600 with brake pads and labor. So brake pads alone should be about 200 bucks for the rear axle. So once I get that done, we'll be set to go. Otherwise, this car is running fine. Like I covered all those things that are normal wear and tear items, like the mirror, the rear brake pads, but the window issue is only the latest thing that I can think of. The mirrors is more of a design issue, not an actual problem with the vehicle. So overall, the vehicle's holding up pretty well. We're at 49,564 miles at the time of this filming, and I'll be sure to give you guys more updates as the miles roll on by. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and please put a comment in the section below and give this video a like, and subscribe if you want more videos just like this one. Thanks for watching.